start a family now. And so we just didn't really have that time. Hi, my health enthusiasts. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ivy and I'm so glad that you're here. Today is week 32 pregnancy update. First of all, I have not been in like this setting in so long filming with you guys, and this feels kind of good. It's been a while, yeah. Okay, 32 weeks. I have a lot to tell you guys. A lot has happened. So for those of you that have watched my last video, you know that I broke my foot. So that was really cool. That was really awesome. If you guys are pregnant and you're watching this, please make sure that your doctor is, one, checking your vitamin D, and two, you are taking vitamin D supplement or eating vitamin D if you are pregnant. So there's that. Okay, we had our baby scan, and I don't know if I shared with you guys, but baby Carnegie is weighing in at about 1 pound ahead of schedule right now, which is good. So it's just over 5 pounds right now, and that's so crazy to me. The bump has grown so much. At the end of the video, I will show you guys the bump and you guys can see it, but if you don't already, you can follow me on Instagram because I post on there a lot. I will link below. You can follow me on Instagram, and I post probably on there more than anywhere else. So first, let's go through things that I've gone through this week. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm a mess. Okay, so things that I went through 32 weeks. One, swelling. So obviously, if you guys know, I broke my foot, so therefore I cannot go on my long walks, and I can't go to the gym like I was doing up until I broke my foot. So of course, naturally my body is going to change, and then you have the additional weight that's on my body, and then you also have the fact that the baby's really big and we're getting close to birth, and so there's just a lot of things that are happening. So I had a lot of swelling this week. It was crazy, you guys. If any of you have seen The Nutty Professor, I literally felt like him. I felt like I just like ballooned overnight, and my legs were like that. Now, my legs got so swollen. I'll try to put a picture here. My legs got so swollen that when my husband and I'm out of breath. That when my husband or I would push on like my calves or my shins, it would stay there. So we'd push down really hard and it would just stay like putty or like clay. It was gross. So that was really weird, really interesting, not something that I'm used to feeling or going through. So that happened. That wasn't fun. Also, I had serious leg cramps, way worse than the beginning. I'm talking, I was belting out in pain. I was like hitting the dresser, had Justin get up in the middle of the night trying to help me. And to be fair with this, my leg swelling had started the night before, so I'm not super surprised about the cramping. And I didn't drink enough water. I realized that I was like running around the whole day before, and I only peed like once or twice, which is not normal for me, not pregnant, let alone pregnant. So that was obviously, I was obviously dehydrated, and I was just like swelling like crazy. My legs are finally back somewhat normal, but they're still swollen. So I'm just chugging water today. I've been eating watermelon like it's going out of style. I'm gonna drink a coconut water here in a little bit and try to just get some fluids in my body. I've also been drinking juice, but not as much as before. When I say not as much as before I would drink sometimes 2 or 3 a day, and now I just drink maybe 1 a day. A shot of ginger sometimes would be the most of the juice that I'm having. It just doesn't feel super good. Doesn't always make me, I don't know, it doesn't feel the best, but I do usually feel hydrated and energized after a juice, so I try to get it in no matter what. But greens, like I used to do really deep green juices before. No, I just don't, I don't know, they just don't sit well with me, kind of, if that makes sense. The baby is moving so much right now, it's crazy. Okay. So something we found out at our last appointment is that baby is head down. I definitely can feel it. I can feel it on my bladder. I can feel that it's like kicking. It's been kicking over here mostly. So, yeah, baby is definitely head down for sure. I know a lot of women talk about baby like kicking them in their ribs. I haven't had that yet. Baby's mostly kicking here, so it's kind of at a diagonal and it's kind of been staying that way. But super, super active, like crazy. This week was the first week that I actually saw the baby's foot like go like that across my whole tummy, and I could see that it was the foot. So that was really, really cool. It's kind of sad to experience these moments like alone because they're so random, and you know, I feel it moving and then I look down and then I just see things like that. And so I wish baby would almost give me a warning so I could tell my husband, or like he could come, you know, witness it too. So it's cool, but it's also creates that little bond between you and the baby. So anyways, that was really, really neat this week. Let's see. It says the baby is gonna grow a lot in the next few weeks. Like how? I don't even have that much more to go. So I just think that's crazy to me. It says, oh yeah, something else that happened when I had woke up with the leg cramps. I woke up to also seriously sore nipples. I don't know why, I just did, and it was really weird. So yeah, that happened. I am getting colostrum in, like if I stimulate my nipples at all, there's definitely colostrum, which is kind of cool but weird at the same time. You guys know like your bodies, but at the same time it's like so rad to me that I'm gonna be able to feed my baby. It's just weird. It's weird, but it's really cool. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, I had really, really, really bad back cramps, like really bad, and I only had them for one day. I'm not really sure why, and you guys know how I am on this stuff too. It very well could have been diet related, but it definitely felt like low back period cramps. And when I had gone plant-based and just totally changed my diet, even when I was still eating a little bit of meat prior, I stopped having PMS symptoms. I stopped having all that stuff when I really changed my diet. So yeah, so I don't think those will be happening too much more. I didn't have that a lot. I didn't have crazy bad cramps before like some women do. But I did that one day just have like some crazy back cramps. I was just having like back spasming almost in my low back. So that was kind of rough. Justin just rubbed it out for me, and I just continued to drink a lot of fluid, and I went on a walk that night. Yeah, just to try to get blood flow there. So yeah, this says heartburn and enlarged breasts will be a symptom this week. Definitely my boobs do feel bigger for sure. It was weird. I felt like they got smaller there in the second trimester, and then they definitely feel like they've grown again, to where like I just feel like there's just so much going on like in this region. Like there's just a lot of stuff happening on my belly and my boobs, and there's just a lot in this vicinity. So that feels a little weird. I know they're only gonna get bigger. I also feel like it goes, you know, like hand in hand with water retention and diet as well. So there's that. What else? I have my what's called Strep B test today. So those of you who are this week. So those of you that are watching, I'll try to explain that on my next video. If you guys have had it before, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I do have that test this week. And aside from that, baby's doing really good. My doctor did talk to me about getting a bone density test after baby. And something that I really want to stress to you guys if you are pregnant and you're watching this, and that the way that she put this to me was that, you know, eating healthy during pregnancy is not just about having a healthy baby, and it's not just about having a healthy weight, but the baby is taking every single thing from you, from what you already have, right? So it's pulling from your bones, it's pulling from your stores, it's pulling from everything you already have. And the point of eating healthy during pregnancy is to be able to replace that for our own bodies. And no one really explained that to me. Like, of course I'm focusing on eating healthy just in general, just because that's something I'm passionate about, but I didn't really think about, you know, replacing stores from the baby. And so obviously when I broke my foot, I learned a lot, and how important it is for calcium and how important it is for my vitamin D and my bone density and making sure I'm getting that in. Now, before I was pregnant, I would have so much greens and so much green juice, and then when I got pregnant, I like couldn't stomach them as well. So I wasn't getting as much greens, so I wasn't getting the calcium like I was prior. Still getting it, but not the way that I was before. So getting those in is really, really, really important. And my next pregnancy, I'm like, I'll know so much more. I wish someone would have sat down and really explained that to me, instead of just saying like, hey, your vitamin D levels are low, let's get those up. Like, no one really explained why or what was going on or all of that. So I'm a why person. I like need to know why. Heartburn. Don't really have heartburn. Definitely have shortness of breath this week for sure. There's a couple of times where I like laid down and I felt just the pressure of the baby like on my lungs, and I felt like I wasn't getting oxygen in, and so that was kind of scary. It like woke me up in the middle of the night. But yeah, that wasn't very fun. What else? That's really it. I think that's all I can tell you. Again, for those of you guys who are wondering, I use the Bump app. I don't even know if this is gonna work. There we go. Yeah, I use that one. And it's good, it's free. I have a free version. There's a bunch out there, so just find the one that you like. I like this one. It's funny, like once you start to get to this stage, you stop looking at it as much. You're just like, clearly I'm big and pregnant and large and in charge, and I don't need to look at all that, I guess. And it's pretty much the same symptoms and stuff. So anyways, let me know what you guys want to see or know as far as pregnancy. I love you guys so much for all the love on my last video and just the encouragement that you guys gave. It was really nice to see. It's hard. I mean, it is really hard for me to be vulnerable, and there's already a lot of things I can't do right now. And so to be on crutches and, you know, trying to carry stuff, I can't even go like to the grocery store by myself. You know, you can't go grocery shopping and carry crutches and all your grocery bags at the same time and then get to the car. And obviously my biggest concern is falling with this belly. So I just want to say thank you for the love and the encouragement. That was really nice. It's hard. Pregnancy hormones are definitely present right now. That is for sure. My husband could probably give you some 2 cents on that. They're there. Things are starting to get real. I'm starting to get scared and nervous, and I feel like this pregnancy just has flown by. I know I still have, you know, 7 weeks to go, but to me that's like nothing. I mean, that's like nothing. And so I'm just trying my best to stay focused and not get scared. I don't know, I think maybe if my husband and I, and please excuse my lack of sympathy to any of you who maybe have been trying for a while or something, but I think we didn't really have that stage of, okay, let's start a family now. And so we just didn't really have that time frame of like, okay, let's start trying, or let's have a family, or let's get pregnant, and so I feel like we kind of missed that portion. We'll call it trimester 0. We didn't really have that. And so to just have one day where I was like, oh, I'm pregnant. I am 4 weeks pregnant. We're having a kid. So because I think that happened, it was like, you know, there was less time, I guess, to mentally prepare. But it'll be great and wonderful, and I'm really excited. I don't know, I'm kind of like mourning this season. Maybe I'll be crying in 2 videos from now or something, and I'll be like dying to just have this baby. I don't know, but yeah, I'm really enjoying pregnancy. I'm enjoying this process. I kind of wish it would slow down a little bit. My husband, even last night, we were laying in bed and he was like, yeah, it's going really fast. Like, I wish it would slow down too. So there's that. Anyways, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that little red bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I know they're much more baby related lately. If you guys want to see more like fitness and stuff, please say so, because I will do them for you. Also, obviously I'm gonna do body after baby. It's not gonna be anything that I am super like hyper focused on. But I'm really excited to just kind of see like what happens to my body afterwards and how I'm going. Something I want to talk about really quick, this is all over the place, sorry guys, is like stretch marks. People keep asking me if I've got stretch marks, and I had stretch marks prior to pregnancy, so yeah, I just did. A lot of people are like, what, you're so small. I am, I'm 5'2", but I also have, my weight has fluctuated, my health has fluctuated, the acidity of my body has fluctuated, and that's when you really get the stretch marks, is when your body is in an acid state. So yeah, I was actually on steroids when I was 16, 17, and so that's serious acid you're putting into your body, and I got stretch marks right away from that. Yeah, so people keep asking me about that. Right now, knock on wood, I don't have any. I had some in the beginning on my breasts, which I had some before. I had some previously to pregnancy. I had some on my breasts, but I was putting vitamin E directly on them. And I'll probably amp up the amount of oils and stuff I'm using come towards the end of my pregnancy, just because, you know, you really start to stretch towards the end. So I'll probably keep putting that on and keep just giving my body what it needs. But anyways, let me show you guys the bump, and yeah. So here's the bump in overalls, which you can't really see. There. So here's the bump. I'll take these off. So here is the bump right now. I'm really carrying probably like middle. A lot of people carry either really low or really high. I think I'm like really middle, but it feels huge to me right now. Let's do a front view if we can. Oh. There's the bump for all of you. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. I will see you on my next video. Bye.